Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Academy on Air series. Now, this is anyone's first time tuning in. This is a monthly bite-sized 10-minute webinar where we're going to look at covering some best practices and tips on a particular Google product or offering. Now, as a reminder, for those of you who are tuning in live, we will be sending out a PDF version of this presentation, and we'll also be sending you a survey for your feedback. Now, if you have any questions, be sure to enter them into the chat bar, and so I can answer them at the very end. So enter them now or throughout the presentation. My name is Liz Austin, and I work closely with Google partner agencies in Canada, focusing on accelerating growth. Now, today I'm going to walk you through the 3 critical keys to search success. Now, it's the little details that can make the biggest difference. But often, we find with some of our partners, these details can get overlooked. Getting these things right can have a huge impact on your client's advertising performance on search. So we're going to walk you through 3 yet quick yet very important things that can drive success with your search advertising. Some of these things may surprise you. Now, we all know mobile has changed everything. Mobile has dramatically changed the way that consumers engage online. We are constantly connected. We have information at our fingertips in the exact moment that they want or need it. However, the actual time that users take to make a particular decision has become shorter. Decisions are happening quickly, making it even more important that you are present in the exact moment of decision making with the right message to your users. So today, I want to show you the 3 C's to search success: create, complement, and capture. We're going to walk you through how ad creatives can help clients put their best foot forward to make an impression, the importance of leveraging ad extensions to complement and enhance ads, and help ensure your clients are present during all of the moments that matter most to them. So I've created a little handy checklist here that you can use as your teams are managing accounts and campaigns. This is something I encourage you to even print and have handy. This covers specific action items that are critical for you to take, but often we find are overlooked. So number 1, we have create. By creating 3 ads within each ad group and optimizing your ad rotation settings to either optimize for clicks or conversions, you can ensure that your message actually resonates with your customers and it's the right message that's performing well. Number 2, we have complement. Now, ad extensions are a critical way to share more information with your potential customers, gain more prominence on search on the results page, and better qualify users. Now, there are 3 extensions that are relevant to every business goal. Do you know what they are? Do you know how many ad extensions you can actually add and how many extensions can appear at once? I'll get you the answers in just a second. And then lastly, we have capture. Paying attention to your impression share that was lost due to budget is an important way to understand what additional moments are available and that you're actually currently missing. So let me dive deeper into each of these things to explain, number 1, why they matter, but number 2, how can you actually do it? So create. Your ads are the voice of your products and services. The more relevant and useful they are to customers, the more likely they'll generate results for you. We recommend that you have at least 3 ads for every single ad group so that you can truly see what message resonates with your audience. Keeping your ads fresh and including at least 3 ads per ad group can drive 15% more clicks and conversions. So check your ad groups. Check your ad groups in every single campaign. Do they all have at least 3 ads? But having 3 ads per ad group within each ad group only really works if you set your ad rotation settings at the campaign level to optimize for clicks or conversions. Most often, our advertisers want to drive more traffic to their website, or if they have conversion tracking set up, they want to show the ad that's most likely to lead to a conversion. Now, our optimized settings will continually learn which ads are performing best, even when you create and add in new ads. Our studies have shown over and over again that you can get up to a 5% CTR uplift for moving to optimize for clicks and a 5% conversion uplift for optimizing for conversions. So check in your campaign settings of all of your campaigns. Are your ads set to optimize for either clicks or conversions? Now we have complement. Ad extensions are a critical way to provide additional information and let people take action directly from the search results. During the moments where potential customers are making rapid decisions, especially on mobile devices, extensions give your ads more prominence, they can drive you more clicks, and also immediate user interactions like phone calls. Ad extensions make your ads more appealing, often at a lower cost per click than moving up an entire position. We've also seen by simply adding in a new ad extension, you can see a 10 to 15% CTR or click-through rate uplift. So here's the answer to my previous question. Your ad can actually show up to 4 extensions at once, and our system will automatically determine what's the best mixture that works best for you. I want to go through the specific types of ad extensions that you can actually use. So you have a nice handy checklist here. So check your campaigns. Are you using all of the extensions that are relevant for your client's business? As you can see on this slide, we have a wide variety of ad extensions for every marketing objective. So whether you want to drive calls, foot traffic, or simply web traffic. Now for any marketing objective, we have 3 types of ad extensions that work for everyone. So those 3 are site links, callouts, and structured snippets. After that, make sure you choose at least a 4th extension that best fits your client's business goals. And again, like I mentioned before, the best combination of these extensions is automatically determined on an auction by auction basis. Now the 3 that matter for all marketing objectives, site links, callouts, and structured snippets, make sure you have those in every single campaign and ad group. Now the difference between structured snippets and callouts are that structured snippets highlight specific aspects of the products or services offer, but callouts highlight what makes them unique. Now, a couple of new extensions you may notice on this list. We have price extensions. Price extensions provide information such as your service offering or product information while including a price. Now, this is particularly designed for the mobile user. However, it does work on mobile and desktop. But price extensions are incredibly easy to read for users and help them interact with a particular product on a mobile device especially. And then the last one here is message extensions. So these are mobile-specific ad extension formats that enable potential clients and potential users to easily connect via text message. Now, we can't do all of these optimizations unless we're capturing relevant traffic. So the main goal of capture is to be there. Make sure that your ads are seen when customers are looking for your client's product or service. Potential customers can't find you if you aren't showing up in the search results. So it's critical that you pay attention to the moments where your ad was eligible to appear, but it didn't because your budget was set too low. Now, your budget controls how often your ad is actually seen. So by simply increasing your budget, where you're seeing a high performance will automatically help you be there during more relevant moments and drive even more success. So what you can actually use here is a lost impression share due to budget to understand where you can capture more relevant traffic. You can add that column right in the AdWords interface. Now, I know we went through that very fast, so I'm going to give you some key takeaways. This is your checklist, the 3 critical keys for search success. So for the best results, have this in mind as you evaluate how you're driving search advertising success with your clients. Remember, these changes can have a big impact on your client's performance online, and a lot of these things are overlooked by a number of our partners. So it's critical. Audit all of your accounts and focus on the changes that will drive you and your clients to be more successful. 3 ads per ad group. Optimize your ad rotation settings based on your goals, whether it's clicks or conversions. Include all of the extensions that are relevant to your client's business. And then, of course, capture all of the relevant traffic, especially where you see performance working. If you don't believe me, I do have a case study to show you too. This is a case study with Extra Space Storage, who's based in the US. They actually saw incredible performance by making some of these optimizations. They wanted to increase click-through rate. They wanted to have a lower cost per acquisition, as we all do for all of our clients. And the results that they saw after adding 3 ads per ad group, using expanded text ads, focusing on extensions like price extensions for them worked really well. Overall, they saw an 18% increase in CTR and a 20% decrease in CPA. So these things do actually work for you. Now, I want to give you some ongoing resources that you can actually do to implement these changes. Now, we have a number of things like bulk tools for you to actually be able to make these changes. So we actually have bulk adding right in AdWords. So for your campaign settings, for your ad extension settings, a lot of those things you can actually make, not necessarily one at a time, but you can actually use the bulk edit feature right within AdWords, because we know you're managing a number of campaigns and accounts all at once. Now, number 2, we have best practices. We did have a former Academy on Air that was about creative that clicks. So you're interested for some ideas, that's a great place to go check out. I've also linked here a best practice guide for ad creative. So make sure that you're refreshing your ad creative on a regular basis. And then, of course, we have some best practices for ad extensions here too. And lastly, don't forget about your Google team. Your Google team is here to help you. So ask your team for those bulk reports where we can identify where are you missing some of these critical things. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, and I'm going to take a look and see if we've had any questions that came through, and I'll address some of those now. So it looks like I do have a question here from George, who says, what if I prefer to let the ads rotate evenly for the first 90 days? Now, this is actually very common. A lot of our partners that we work with automatically have in their process to set the ads to rotate evenly for the first 90 days. However, I'm here to tell you that you're actually hurting your performance by doing this. So setting your ads to rotate evenly means that the poor performing ads will be shown as often as the best performing ads. So therefore, you're gonna lose clicks and conversions because of it. Now, the beauty of machine learning and the beauty of AdWords is that we will continue to learn what ads are performing best. So when you set it to optimize for clicks or conversions, we will automatically be able to give it enough traffic to identify what's actually working and what's not working. And that's what actually has driven high click-through rate uplift and high conversion rate uplift as well too. So definitely make sure that you adjust that approach there too. Okay, looks like I have one more question here from Rob. Is there an ideal impression share to shoot for? So we talked about the lost impression share due to budget is the column you want to look for. Now, when I'm making optimizations within accounts, I quickly add in that column, and I first try to see, are there any campaigns that are losing more than 90% impression share due to budgets? That is the #1 place I would go, especially if they have high performance, if they have an optimal CPA, if they have an optimal CTR. If you've already made all these optimizations, you know it's working well. If you see any campaigns that are losing more than 90% impression share due to budget, that is where you need to drive more traffic to. The bare minimum I would shoot for is at least 50% impression share. Of course, we want to help our clients achieve a higher impression share, but make sure you don't settle for anything more than a lost impression share of 50% or more. Okay, let's see if there's any other questions. So it's a question from Ryan. If we have no online store, which ad format would be best to use? So if you don't have an online store, actually you can use a lot of the various ad formats, and I think you're probably talking about ad extensions, I believe, here too. So just like we were mentioning before, the 3 ad extensions that matter for every single business are site links, because that gives you different parts of the website that you can go to, callouts. You can just highlight what are the callouts and that matter to your business. It doesn't have to be about a product that you sell. And then structured snippets as well too, help you identify how do you actually stand out. So those 3 things are not necessarily for online stores. You can actually use them no matter what type of business that you have. Okay, perfect. So we have one last one here. Nicholas, hi Liz, thanks for the great webinar. My question is the following: if we have a large rotating inventory, how would you recommend managing price extensions? Yeah, so for price extensions, this is obviously where you can highlight particular products or services. If I were you, I would first start with what are the products that are either the top sellers, the products that your clients actually get the most revenue from, or the highest priority products. That's where I would start and have those rotate in that way. You can also talk to your Google team, and we actually have a whole article within the AdWords Help Center that gives you some best practices around managing and implementing price extensions. Okay, perfect. So with that, I actually think we are running out of time. However, we will try to answer some questions in the chat bar afterwards if we can. And of course, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to contact us and we'll be happy to help you out. So thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you guys learned something new, or at least you've learned some quick actions you can actually take today and where you may have some gaps in performance. So we really appreciate your time. Now, don't forget to tune in. We have another Academy on Air happening next week, April 11th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the theme of this one is unlocking the power of local inventory ads. So for any of you folks who have local stores with retail, you want to make sure that you're tuning into that one as well too. Now, this obviously was recorded and it will be available on the YouTube channel, so you can always reference back. So again, thank you so much for your time. We truly appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.